Right now at noon, the Wisconsin Supreme Court is taking arguments on Governor Evers' mask order. And the race for a COVID-19 vaccine continues as Moderna announces its vaccine is extremely effective.
This is News 3 Now at noon.
Good afternoon, I'm Mark Kane. Thanks for tuning in. Right now, the Wisconsin Supreme Court is hearing arguments on whether to strike down the state's mask mandate being challenged by conservatives as an unconstitutional overreach of power by Democratic Governor Tony Evers. The arguments come as Wisconsin broke records last week for new COVID-19 cases as the virus continues to surge in the state. Since the start of the outbreak, Evers has issued 3 public health emergencies and a series of related orders. Evers has argued that he can issue multiple orders because the threat caused by the pandemic has changed. In court today, those challenging him say Evers' actions are illegal because the cause of the emergency is the same, but Evers' defense counters comparing it to multiple attacks in the same war.
The problem for the governor is it met the definition in March, it met it in July, and it met it in September. And for him to issue those second and third emergency order declarations, he needed approval from the legislature, and he didn't receive it.
I think we would all agree that emergency conditions exist in March and emergency conditions exist in September, even though those conditions are caused by the same enemy, and even though the war may not have ended in the middle. And the same is true here.
In about an hour, justices will meet to discuss the arguments each side made. A decision could come after that or in the days that follow. Rock County health officials say that the county will be returning to phase 1 of its reopening plan due to the increases of COVID-19 cases. Officials say that 30% of the county's cases have been reported in the past 16 days, and there were more positive cases reported in October than all the previous months of the pandemic combined. Going back to phase 1 means that gatherings of any size should be avoided. Libraries, churches, restaurants, and bars should limit to 25% capacity. Public and private events, including concerts and team sports, should not take place, and schools should provide virtual options and flexibility to shift to virtual schools for a minimum of 2 weeks after any holiday break. Wisconsin cases are continuing to climb. Right now, we've reported more than 312,000 cases, including 2,674 deaths. Nearly 70,000 of those cases remain active. Moderna says its coronavirus vaccine is nearly 95% effective. Moderna plans to seek FDA authorization for the immunization after more safety data is gathered later this month. Of the 15,000 participants who received the vaccine, only 5 contracted COVID-19 and none became seriously ill. It's expected that high-risk groups like healthcare workers, the elderly, and people with underlying medical conditions would get the vaccine first. It could be available to everyone else by spring.
End of this year, we said that in the United States, we expect to have 20 million doses. And so I think by the end of the year, hopefully, we could start to vaccinate people.
Last week, Pfizer said its similar version of a COVID-19 vaccine was more than 90% effective. President-elect Joe Biden called the Moderna vaccine news more reason to feel hopeful. The president-elect tweeted this morning, warning that widespread vaccine distribution is still months away, and he urged Americans to continue social distancing and mask wearing to get the virus under control. Biden's coronavirus team will begin consultations with vaccine manufacturers this week.
There are people at HHS making plans to implement that vaccine. Our experts need to talk to those people as soon as possible so nothing drops in this change of power we're going to have on January 20th.
Biden's team says Congress needs to reach a deal on a new coronavirus relief package before he takes office to help Americans deal with the COVID restrictions. Congressman Mark Pocan has been in quarantine since Tuesday after finding out his mother had tested positive for COVID-19. Pocan's mother has been asymptomatic and did not show signs of COVID-19. Pocan tested negative for a test he took on Friday, but will test again at the end of the week. The NCAA says it plans to hold the entire 2021 men's college basketball tournament in one geographic location to mitigate the risk of COVID-19. It's in talks with Indianapolis to be the host city. The Final Four is already set to be held in Indianapolis next year. The association said it is relocating early round games that had been scheduled to be played at 13 already determined sites. A cool start to the work week, and we could see some flurries this afternoon. Here's meteorologist Hattie McClain with your first warn forecast. Hi, Hattie.
Good afternoon, Mark. Yeah, we are a little chilly today, but temperatures are warming. We were in the 20s this morning. We're back into the upper 30s right now in Madison. Skies are mostly cloudy. You can see that from the Edgewater sky camera shot looking at the Capitol this afternoon. There is some snow as well as some rain showing up on the radar map. A lot of that is actually hitting the ground right now. Real tough to find any ground reports of this snow here in southern Wisconsin, but don't be surprised. You could see a few flurries or even a few sprinkles as we go through the next couple of hours. Temperatures will climb back into the mid-40s this afternoon, but we'll cool down pretty quickly as this system moves out real early this afternoon. Skies will clear behind it, and it is going to be another chilly night. Coming up, we'll take a closer look at that long-term temperature trend as we head towards Thanksgiving.
All right, Hattie, thank you. We'll see you in a few minutes. A man in Sun Prairie was taken to the hospital for non-life-threatening injuries after getting into a fight with his roommates. Police say it happened at 1500 Park Circle last night, and they were called for a disturbance and reports of a man bleeding. Officers found a 40-year-old man injured in the apartment. They said he had been involved in a fight with his roommates and was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Officers say the two female roommates had left before police arrived. The incident is still under investigation. 3 people in Wisconsin who filed a federal lawsuit alleging widespread fraud in absentee voting have dropped the lawsuit. A court filing today did not give a reason, and an attorney for the voters declined to say why, citing attorney-client privilege. The lawsuit had sought to exclude election ballots in Milwaukee, Dane, and Menominee counties. All 3 went strongly for President-elect Joe Biden, who defeated Trump by about 20,500 votes in the state. And the New York Times reports more than 82,000 people have so far filed sex abuse claims against the Boy Scouts of America ahead of Monday night's filing deadline. Victims' lawyers say the claims far outnumber the accusations against the American Catholic Church. The organization filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection in February and said it plans to use the process to establish a compensation fund for abuse victims. Hurricane Iota has quickly strengthened into a major hurricane as it approaches Central America. It's expected to make landfall there tonight as an extremely dangerous Category 4 storm. According to an advisory from the National Hurricane Center, Iota had maximum sustained winds of 140 miles an hour as of early this morning. Forecasters expect it to bring life-threatening storm surges and 10 to 15 feet and rainfall of 1 to 2 feet. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. Up next, we'll see what Howard's working on in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
This dish is found in restaurants all over the country, but with our homemade version, you won't have to travel past your front door to get it.
The kitchen is a focal point in a lot of homes. If years of wear and tear are showing on your cabinets and it's time for a facelift, call us here at Mad City Kitchens, Wisconsin's #1 ranked remodeler and your trusted local source for kitchen cabinet refacing. The process is fun and easy. Our design consultants will show you cabinet colors and new hardware options and countertops, all installed in as little as 2 days. Plus, keep it under budget during our Fall Super Savings event. Listen to this. Receive 75% off installation of your cabinet refacing project. Ask about 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest till 2022. Plus a nice gift when you call during this program. Receive a $50 Walmart or Amazon gift card with your in-home estimate. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, dial 608-298-5383. That's 608-298-5383.
My mom was a bank teller, but her hands were so crippled by arthritis she could no longer do her job. She applied for Social Security disability benefits. Like most people, my mom was denied. I'm attorney Don Becker. Don't be embarrassed and don't give up. My mom appealed. You can too. Disability law is all we do.
Call the Becker Law Office, 1-800-254-7766.
Hi, I'm Brian from McGann Furniture in Baraboo. We know that hardworking people want the most value for their money. When you shop at McGann's, we've already sorted out and selected the brands that we feel offer you the most bang for your buck. From young couples just starting out to people my age, we offer a huge selection at prices that will fit your budget. Plus, most purchases include free delivery and setup. Shop McGann Furniture in downtown Baraboo. You'll be glad you did.
Andrew Larson here, owner of Larson Home Services. You know your gutters are filling up fast and you're going to have to clean them eventually. Why not give up that chore forever with a new LeafGuard gutter system, guaranteed to never clog and the only gutter system with a good housekeeping seal. You can leave that ladder in your garage forever. And now is the perfect time. It's our biggest deal of the year. Free installation labor, no interest for 12 months, and a $100 Visa gift card with your LeafGuard purchase. Call now to set up a free estimate.
Hi, folks. Tuesday, Wisconsin's election results will be one step closer to being finalized.
And we'll have the very latest on the process as counties face the deadline to finish canvassing their votes. And we'll tell you what's next. That and more on News 3 Now this morning.
Today, we've got a dish that's making a huge comeback since it's easy, budget-friendly, and super tasty. I'm talking about corned beef hash. No, not the stuff that comes in a can, but hash that is so good, your gang will be asking for seconds. We start by sauteing some diced onions in a little butter, just until they're golden. Once they are, we add in some diced potatoes. Those can be fresh ones that we cut up and parboil, or we can cut up a few leftover baked potatoes, or even use a bag of diced potatoes that we find in our dairy or freezer case. Now we add salt and pepper, and gently give it a mix. And now for the star of this dish, we add in a good amount of diced cooked corned beef. And that can be thick cut from the deli or from leftovers. We let this cook till it's heated through and it starts to get crispy on the edges. And don't think this is just for breakfast, because it's just as welcome for dinner with or without an egg. So why not go online and get the recipe for our homemade hash so you can add this 4-ingredient favorite to your dinner or breakfast routine. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a new old-fashioned way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
Howard, thank you. Ahead on News 3 Now at noon, a cool start to the work weekend. We could see some flurries this afternoon. Meteorologist Hattie McLean has more in your first warn forecast. That's next.
I want a reservation for 2 pair of glasses and an eye exam.
Oh, you can just walk in.
I see, my reputation precedes me.
Actually, we do this for everyone.
I'm going to pretend you didn't say that. Boop, gone.
Unbeatable prices without the drama. 2 pair plus a free eye exam as low as $59.95.
Today, you can turn your home into a university, and you can turn a lasting career into reality. With Herzing University, you can earn a degree in today's hottest fields, anytime, online. Herzing is recognized, accredited, experienced, and transfer-friendly, with more than 90% student satisfaction. For a limited time, we'll waive your enrollment fee. See what your career can turn into with Herzing University. I'm possible at Herzing. Call or click today.
Your dream kitchen is within reach, and at Mad City Kitchens, we make it so affordable to give your cabinets a brand new modern look in as little as 2 days. Whether you go bright with Cascade White or prefer a darker wood like Chocolate Pear, we have several colors and options. You're going to love the end result.
When I walk in my kitchen now, I feel great. You go in, it's like, you know, I'm like walking into a magazine.
Your kitchen update is guaranteed to be a hit. And here's another reason to call. It's our fall super savings event. Receive 75% off installation of your cabinet refacing project, plus the financing. Ask about 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest till 2022. And call during this program. We have a nice gift for you, a $50 Walmart or Amazon gift card with your in-home estimate. Call 608-298-5383.
Stanton Optical is always here for you with our safe telehealth technology. You can just walk in for an eye exam whenever you need one, and your eye exam is free when you buy 2 pair of glasses for as low as $59.95. Find your nearest store at StantonOptical.com or call 1-800-STANTON.
Accurate news as it happens.
People have been celebrating this win all day here.
Right here, where you live.
We're all experiencing this as humans together, and so the more they can do for us, the more we can do for them.
Information that you can use.
The rate for catching the virus in Dane County is nearly double that of the country.
From the team you can trust. For more local stories that impact your life, News 3 Now. The Farm Report is sponsored by Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Let's take a look at Wall Street at the noon hour. The Dow Industrials up 390 points. The NASDAQ up 64. The S&P 500 gaining 32. Let's check in now with Q106 Farm Director Pam Yankee on this Monday. How are you?
Not bad, not bad. Packer victory, Badger victory. I'm doing all right. I just got to keep an eye on that forecast, but we'll talk about that in just a minute. Had a really cool conversation this morning, Mark, with two California farmers that have decided to invest in Wisconsin's cranberry country. John Potter and Willie Trena are two California farmers out in California. They grow some tree fruit like pears, apricots, and they also grow tree nuts like almonds. And they decided that because of some of the food lines that they manufacture, they would invest in Wisconsin cranberries. So they are going to bring to life the American Berry Company up in Warrens, Wisconsin. They purchased the former Cran Grow production facility. I was talking with Willie, and he said he had never been to Wisconsin before the month of June, and he said he's absolutely fallen in love with it. He said it's so green, so lush, so clean, and he said they really have a lot of appreciation and respect for our Wisconsin cranberry growers. Now, when they get up to full speed as far as production's concerned, that'll probably be about January, and they should have about 70 employees on the line in Warrens. What they do is manufacture a lot of different kinds of cranberry products, some of the dried cranberries that you enjoy. They've got also new product development for infusion of different elements into cranberries, and they've got the international market that they've already been working on with their nuts and fruit out in California. So a really interesting pair that decided to invest in Wisconsin cranberry country. I also thought it was interesting. They did not know that Wisconsin produces more than 50% of all the cranberries in the United States until they got here. Boy, dairy is getting pounded again today. In fact, the December milk, I just looked, down 82 cents. It does not make me feel good to deliver that. Barrel cheese down 21 cents again today at $1.41. 40-pound block cheese unchanged, and butter down another 2 at $1.38. You know, more and more we're talking about more restaurants in different states, Mark, that are starting to shut back down again, transitioning off campus back to home, and that's having an impact on our dairy industry. We're going to have to keep an eye on.
Yeah, some rough times ahead, I think. All right, Pam, thank you.
Yep.
Let's head over to the Weather Center, and a little breezy out there yesterday, Hattie.
It certainly was. Take a look at these peak wind gusts in Monroe, peaking at 55 miles an hour, close to 50 miles an hour in Lone Rock. Platteville and Mineral Point peaked at 47 miles an hour. Here in Madison at the airport, our fastest wind gust was 44 miles an hour. Now, luckily, those winds have subsided, and we are much quieter today. On the radar map, though, you'll notice that there are some snow showers, possibly mixing with a little bit of rain on the leading edge. These showers have been pretty quickly moving into the area. Tough to find any ground reports under these snow showers, but I wouldn't be surprised to see a few people getting a few flurries or just a few sprinkles from this event. It is going to move through pretty quickly, so a couple of hour window, and then things clear back out. As far as probability of precipitation, again, as I mentioned, just a few hours is what we're looking at as we go through the early afternoon. Then our chances for precipitation come to an end. Now, note on the weather track, which is satellite combined, that skies are already clearing across southern Minnesota and Iowa. So once this band of precipitation moves through, we should break back into some sunshine. Our current conditions, mostly cloudy skies here in Madison. We're at 38 degrees. We have a southerly wind at 9 miles an hour. So wind chill is down to 31. But again, those winds are much lighter than they were yesterday. Here's a look at temperatures across the area. 35 in the Dells this morning, or the lunch hour rather, 41 in Janesville, 38 in Watertown. Out to the south and west, we have temperatures in the low 40s as well. So starting to warm up, definitely a little warmer than it was yesterday. Our winds are from the south, generally 5 to 10 miles an hour, and they'll stay at those speeds right through the afternoon into the evening. Here's a look at our wind speed forecast, and you can see that pretty quiet on those wind speed numbers even up until midnight tonight. So no issues with the wind like yesterday. Our future track forecast model is showing you that this chancy precipitation is moving through the area. Temperatures will climb a couple of degrees once it clears out behind that precipitation. We're looking at highs in the mid-40s here in Madison, Boscoville. Platteville may be topping at 43. Janesville topping in the mid-40s as well. Now, skies will remain clear as we head into the overnight hours, and a quiet and dry weather forecast is expected. Take a look at that extended outlook. We have temperatures that will be a little cooler tomorrow. 38 with sunny skies, then a nice warm up through the rest of the week. We're into the upper 40s on Wednesday. close to 60 on Thursday. It does come at a bit of a price. The winds will be very strong Wednesday and Thursday, but it'll be a southerly wind, so a relatively warm wind. Temperatures are expected to cool back down as we head into next week. We're kind of on a pattern with these weekend storms, so our chances for precipitation once again coming Saturday into Sunday. It looks like low 40s heading into Thanksgiving. That's pretty close to normal for this time of the year.
Yeah, the winds yesterday almost knocked you over.
That's true, yeah. Hard to, I was walking in the prairie and I almost was just stopped in my place.
Yeah, not so strong today.
No, much nicer to be outside.
Thank you, Eddie. Ahead on News 3 Now at noon, Linda Bartsch from the BARCZ Company is here answering your plant and garden questions. The number to call, 270-9933. We'll get to your calls right after this.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
This is a Mastercraft steel door, combining the beauty of wood with the performance of steel. But if that's not your thing, you could go with a smooth, pre-finished color that's durable and UV resistant. Grab one that's primed and ready to paint, or design your own. Custom or off the shelf, you'll get a door forged to protect, guaranteed to last, and engineered to keep the elements out and the cozy in. Mastercraft steel doors. Great doors inside and out.
Get 11% off everything, including Mastercraft doors, now at Menards.
Are you happy with your Medicare plan? Want to get more for your money? Take a look at Quartz Medicare Advantage plans in partnership with UW Health. Quartz Medicare Advantage plans start at $0 a month, including coverage for medical, hospital, and prescriptions. With $5 primary care visits, $0 preventive care, and $0 telehealth visits. It's no wonder that 98% of our Medicare Advantage members stay with Quartz. Learn more by requesting your free planning guide from Quartz today. Quartz also offers more value, including dental, vision, and hearing benefits. And Quartz gives you extras, like dollars for over-the-counter products and fitness benefits, from a plan that works closely with your doctor to take great care of you. This year, switch to Quartz Medicare Advantage. Call or go online to request your free planning guide from Quartz today.
Updating your kitchen doesn't have to be time-consuming, and it doesn't have to cost a fortune. Just call Mad City Kitchens. We're family-owned and operated. Over 2 decades of remodeling experience and an A+ rating with the BBB. Let us help you create the perfect look for your kitchen with our quality cabinet refacing. It makes a huge difference and can be done in as little as 2 days. Now's the time to get your dream kitchen during our Fall Super Savings event. You'll receive 75% off installation of your cabinet refacing project. Ask about 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest till 2022. And time's running out. Last chance to call during this program for the $50 Walmart or Amazon gift card with your in-home estimate. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, dial 608-298-5383. That's 608-298-5383.
Linda Bartsch from the BARCZ Company is taking your plant and garden questions at 270-9933. Hello, Linda. How are you?
Hello, Mark. I'm good.
Is it too late to do any lawn work or yard work?
Well, if you haven't done a dormant application of fertilizer, this is still a good time of the year. Don't do it if it's on a slope. Be careful that you don't put it down before a heavy rain. But what you find is grass takes all that material and puts it down into the root system, and so then you have a nice early green up if you do a dormant app now.
Okay, so it's not too late for that.
No.
All right, let's go to the phones. We'll start with Lois from Mazomanie. Hi, Lois. What's your question?
I have an anthurium or a flaming flower. Now, the flowers are beautiful on it, but the leaves have a split across many of them.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch what kind of plant it was.
Anthurium or a flaming flower.
Oh, anthurium, yes. Yes, and
Yeah.
those plants adapt to coming inside quite well. I moved one that was flowering very heavily outside. When I bring them inside during the fall and winter, I don't get a lot of rebloom, but the foliage, you'll have some of the lower ones dropping off.
I don't have them outside. They're a house plant, so.
Okay, and what's the problem?
They have a split on the flower, on the leaves, the big leaves. They have split. Like I don't see any insects or anything.
A split. I'm sure I understand what you mean by that. If you have a cell phone, take a picture and send it into my into the Bruce Company. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks.
All right, let's go to Kate in Fort Atkinson. Hi, Kate. What's your question?
Hi, I had ordered some bare root poppies, and I planted them in the middle of October. One of the three has a little green leaf on, but how do I prepare those for winter?
Well, what I would do, since we don't want to promote any more growth than what you have there right now, just do a nice shredded bark mulch over the root system. Don't go deeper than 2 inches. Probably 1.5 inches would be good. It'll just help to them get through the winter, because we don't want them to be moving up out of the soil when we have freezing and thawing conditions.
All right. Thanks for the call.
Thank you.
Let's go to Karen in Cambridge. Hi, Karen. What's your question?
We recently transplanted a peony, and I'm wondering if we need to keep it watered until the ground freezes.
Well, if you've had anything like the rains that we've had here, it was very, very dry in October, and then we've had some really pretty consistent rains. If the soil is dry, water it. The trick with those peonies, hopefully you didn't plant them too deep. You have to make sure that the little growing points, they're called pips, are just at the soil surface, because if you plant them too deep, they're prone to rot.
All right.
Yes, I understand. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks for the call. Let's go to Mary Lou in Deerfield. Hi, Mary Lou.
Hi.
Hi, what's your question?
I just was wondering about a gerber plant that I thought it was dead through the year. Now it'll start blossoming, in October, and it's got a lot of full blooms on it. It's near the house. If I should take it in or should just let it go for the year, will it come up again?
And is this a Gerber daisy? Is that what you said?
Yes.
Yeah, it looks like a mom. It's yellow,
Well, okay. I think if that is flowering at this time of the year, I'm very surprised to hear that. I'm not sure. I don't think that I would dig it up at this time. I would just leave it in the ground.
Okay. Let's go to Holly in Westfield. Hi, Holly. What's your question?
Hi, I'm wondering if poinsettias basically poinsettias, if they're harmful to cats or dogs.
Well, poinsettias, yes, they are listed as one of the plants but typically these things do not taste very good to animals. But if you have a small cat or an animal that's very has digestive issues, it could be problematic. So just keep it away from them.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
All right, let's go to Phyllis in Richland Center. Hi, Phyllis. What's your question?
My peace lily, the tips of the leaves are getting brown and kind of crisp-like.
Yeah, that is very common with those plants. Sometimes it's a buildup of salts in the soil, but I think that plant just is very prone to it. So when the leaves look really bad, you just pull them off.
Yeah, that's what I do. All right, we're out of time. Thank you all for calling in. Linda, thank you for your time. We'll see you next week. Here's Hattie with one final check of the forecast.
And I'm watching the radar map this afternoon with some light snow showers or sprinkles possible here across southern Wisconsin. It's a pretty narrow band and working its way through the area very quickly, already coming to an end along the Mississippi River Valley. So just a few hour window where we may see some sprinkles or flurries this afternoon. Temperatures are going to be climbing into the mid-40s. Then we will see northerly winds tonight and a quick drop off with those temps. We're back into the 20s tomorrow morning. Our next best chance for precipitation holds off until late Friday into Saturday and then possibly Sunday. Here's a look at your extended forecast. We have lots of sunshine though this week. We have temperatures topping only in the upper 30s on Tuesday with mostly sunny skies. Wednesday and Thursday look pretty windy but definitely warmer. Could see some 60s in far southern Wisconsin on Thursday.
That's pretty warm. All right, that's our time for now. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thank you, Hattie. We'll see you back here at 4 o'clock. In the meantime, have a safe afternoon.